What's up, guys? It's Bo Pericic, Dean of Cosmic Academy here. I want to give you a little tour of a real deal studio and sort of explain the inner workings of what's going on. So in most studios, obviously we have a microphone, and what that's doing is it's turning changes in air pressure into an electrical current that runs through these cables. It's an alternating electrical current, and ultimately gets plugged into what's known as a mic tie line. And this thing is actually normaled, and what it means to be normaled is something is hardwired or permanently connected. So this thing is, these top mic'd lines are normaled to the console that we're going to go check out in a second. It's a really nice one too. It's an API Vision console. So here we go into the control room. So each one of those mic tie lines inside is normal to a mic preamp here. So on this console we have about, I believe, 48 mic preamps. And what these do is they take the alternating electrical current that's coming from the microphone and they amplify it. They take it from microphone level to line level. And line level is basically another way of saying healthy signal. So we're still in the form of an analog current here. But we're a much stronger electrical current that can now be used by other pieces of equipment. So on this console, that signal gets routed to this thing right here, known as the small fader. This console's got two faders, small fader and our large faders. These small faders send that signal into the analog to digital converter, which in this studio, let's turn the lights on, is found in here. So here we have a bunch of analog to digital converters, and essentially these convert the analog signal to binary code, and that's what our computers think in. Whether it's Pro Tools, Logic, Ableton, it doesn't matter. Your signal needs to go through an analog to digital converter if you're going to record it onto your hard drive. Back in the day, tape machine. Nowadays, 99% of studios operate this way. So that signal gets fed the input. That's how we get into Logic or Pro Tools or Ableton, like I said, and that's where we edit things. So if we want to get out of the computer, back to the console, we have to run through the digital to analog converter, which takes the ones and zeros and turns it back into an analog signal. And then finally, back to the console. Each one of those outputs on the converter feeds to one of these large faders. And that is where we then, if you're into it, if you're into that whole analog thing, that's when we mix our songs on this beautiful, big ass, expensive, amazing console. Got a bunch of outboard gear here. So think of these as plugins. However, where do you think the term plugin came from? I'll show you. This right here is a patch bay, and this is a patch cable. And this is how we plug in our insert effects from one point to another. So everything in the studio is connected to this patch bay. All the mic tie lines in the control room, everything on the console, all these outboard effects. And that's pretty much that. If you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, shoot me an email, bo@cosmicacademy.com. See you later, guys. Peace.